Thank you, Praveena, for that introduction. And I thank School Reformers team as well as Praveena for reaching out to me and, you know, connecting with me. I am so honored to be hosting this session on adaptability quotient. So, in hosting this session, there is no, intention of teaching anyone or giving gyan per se. But yes, I am here to share my humble views on adaptability quotient because this is a topic which is very clearly very close to my heart. So to begin with the session, first let me introduce myself. I'm Veena Keni. I'm currently based in Mumbai. I've been a preschool educator since 2001. I started my career in Mumbai and I worked in a variety of schools in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra. And my experience comes from the different areas, the different types of people, and the different kinds of children that I have met in my journey. And that adaptability that I have received as a skill, as an intelligence, has all come from my experience with all these wonderful people that I met along in my journey. So to begin with the session, let's get to understand what adaptability is. I'm sure my learned colleagues here who might be watching this session here or are the audience are very much you know pros in their occupations. But let me share what Google defines adaptability quotient as. It's a measure of an individual's or organization's ability to adapt to change, learn from failures, and thrive in certain environments. So, of course, that's a you know definition. But in a simpler way, let's define adaptability quotient as a measure or an individual's or organization's ability to adapt and just respond to change. We all have been undergoing a lot of stages of changes in our lives for the past few years, especially during the times of COVID, or do we say the times of the revolution that has come in due to the internet and the artificial intelligence as of now. So we as teachers or educators who have been in this industry for quite some time have been working with different types of children in different classrooms in different schools. So we all are already very adaptive to all these situations. So I would say that parents and teachers have the highest adaptability quotient, although they may not know they have that adaptability quotient, or they do not realize that we are highly adaptable. But yes, parents and teachers are highly adaptable people. And for us educators, high IQ means that we can effectively respond to new situations, challenges, evolving student needs, including adapting to new technologies, curricula, and diverse learning styles. What do you say? I think what I just said is already right, already true for all of us educators there, right? So let's talk about, in brief, the key components of adaptability quotient for teachers. I'm sure all you teachers out there know that, you are the most emotionally intelligent people. You are constantly learning with every batch of students that come into your life. You are self-aware of the needs of the the curriculum that you are supposed to deliver to the children, or what the children's needs are. You are the ones who manage your time so effectively, so you are perfect time management people. You have communication that is I think way average than other people, because you communicate with your families, your friends, and the children in school that you are teaching. Am I right? Yes. I know we all are, not supposed to speak during the presentation, but yes, I think I will take that as a yes, that these key components are very much rightly true for all of our uh, educators there out there. The fraternity must say that yes, we are all flexible, we are resilient, and we are very good at problem solving. We are always open to change, and if we are not, then we learn along the way, right? Okay, so I don't know. There has been a lot of talk about, adaptability quotient. There has been a lot of discussions. There has been a lot of info. I keep reading about a lot of things, and there have been, certain things that have, clicked to my mind. Is adaptability quotient an intelligence or a soft skill? Let's understand how it goes. So, whatever knowledge that I gathered, in all these years, I would say that we are very adaptable teachers. So, here in this presentation, you see an eagle flying, right? So, there is a story about eagles, or we could call it a myth, that an eagle undergoes a profound transformation at a certain age, say around 40 years or so. And that at that age, it plucks away its feathers, it breaks its talons, it breaks its beak, so that everything regrows and it technically becomes a new bird, or it is reborn. So, uh, do you think that's a myth or a story? I would say that whatever I have read through my years, I would say it's not a myth actually. Scientifically speaking, the eagle does have the ability to regrow its talons if it's broken, or if its beak breaks, it can regrow all of these things. The feathers, scientifically speaking, actually do, over a period of a year or say a few months, the feathers automatically fall off when they become too old, and they start regrowing all those feathers. Although that's a time of, certain period of months that the eagle has to undergo this change. It can be painful for the eagle, but it undergoes this transformation and comes out with flying colors. It can fly higher. It becomes technically a reborn bird. Same way, adaptability is one of the core competences of emotional intelligences. We as teachers or parents or human beings for that matter are very much adaptable to our circumstances. One of the many definitions of intelligences can be summarized as the ability to succeed in achieving biological goals in variable environments. That is adaptation. As simple as that. When we are able to change, when we are able to undergo a transformation, however small it may be, I think that is adaptation. So, I would say adaptability quotient is the new intelligence, and those who cultivate it will lead the way into the future. On to our next question. Is adaptability a soft skill? So, what do we define soft skills as? Soft skills are non technical skills that are personal, character traits, and are built through interpersonal interactions or a variety of experiences. So, we have been, over the years, have we learned as young children how to adapt to schools? No, we adapted. We adapted. We started going to school. We went to college. We go to, become professionals and work in different industries. And there also we adapt. We, as humans, get the hang of all of these things slowly, gradually. Some of them are quick at it, some of them are slow, but we all do adapt. No one learns how to become a mother, no one learns how to become a, parent, but we do become parents, right? Same way, when we think that we can adapt to certain situations, we will adapt. So these are some non-technical skills. No one can teach us that. Adaptability cannot be actually taught, although there might be a lot of, I would say, sessions or webinars or, courses which may teach us how to be adaptable or uh, groom our adaptability. But the crux is that adaptability, rather than being a specific technical skill, reflects how someone interacts with others and handles situations. So according to me, Adaptability is an intelligence, is a soft skill, but above all, it's a power skill. We are very powerful people who adapt. So, adaptability, according to me, is a power skill. I hope you all are, able to get the hang of what I'm trying to share with you all. I am not trying to explain anything. I'm just trying to reiterate the facts that are already present there, what we all see in our day-to-day lives, and then we learn. So let's see the traits of adaptable people. As you all may know, adaptable people adapt, right? Yes, we are creative. Adaptable people are curious. We think ahead of the situation in our hands, or we think ahead future. We see opportunity in every path of our life, in every form of life that we are coming across. We can experiment with different situations, with different things, with different people, and we try to stay in the current scenario. We are capable of doing a lot of things. We can self talk in a positive way. We can, motivate ourselves. We are always resourceful. And I think adaptable people do not whine, they don't play victim. They are very strong people. They always see the big picture and do not claim fame where it is not needed. They are always ready to give credit wherever it is, I think wherever credit is supposed to be given, adaptable people are very much strong enough to give that credit. They don't try to hog the limelight or claim fame. And as adaptable people, we always have strong personal values and principles. And that is what, keeps us going in our lives. So here we come to this little funny slide that I'm showing you. These are, fun facts. We have adaptations of adaptability in movies for kids. I don't know how many of you have seen these movies, but yes, I have seen these movies. And these certainly do show that, adaptability is certainly possible. And as teachers, we always try to knowingly or unknowingly teach our children or our students how adaptability can work for them, right? When we are talking of teaching, let's again say that teaching is an intrinsic emotional practice given the centrality of all the emotions that go into the teaching learning process. So we as teachers always should embrace the future with confidence, resilience, and adaptability. I would say this goes for everyone out there who may or may not be able to, come in contact with this presentation. It's not just for teachers, it's for every person out there, every parent out there, that if we are adaptable, if we are confident, and if we are resilient, we can certainly embrace the future with a lot of confidence. And I'm sure success is never far behind when we are confident and adaptable. So here goes my presentation. I have tried to keep it as short as possible, and I would very much like to hear your views on it or your questions. So yes, thank you all for listening to me. I hope I haven't gone, I've not gone too far or too fast in the presentation. Thank you all. Over
Thank
to
you,
you,
ma'am.
Pravina.
Thank you, ma'am. If you can stop sharing your screen, we can have a better view of
Yes,
you. Thank you.
I've
Keep
stopped
your,
sharing.
yeah, keep your camera on, ma'am. Don't close your camera. Yes, please.
Yes,
Thank you.
it is on.
So, yes, perfect. So I have received a couple of questions. In fact,
Yes.
generic questions, not related to the education only. Since
Okay.
this topic is directly not related to education, we can talk about this on an education platform. So the first question they're asking, ma'am, how can individuals developed adaptability quotient?
How can an individual develop an adaptability quotient? See, uh, the question that has been asked, I think, even though they are asking how can adaptability be developed, I think they are already aware of it, but they don't know that they are adaptable actually.
Yes,
There are a lot of situations and stages in our life where we ourselves adapt to different situations, right? So we like to imagine a different way of doing things. We like to challenge ourselves to different situations. We always try to look for different ways of doing things. So how do we adapt? By adapting, we think in the first and foremost thing is we think in a very positive way. We we try to not underestimate ourselves.
yes,
We always should try to experiment with different things. And wherever there is a situation, I think, if it is a situation where we are stuck or where we are a little confused, we should always try to look for an opportunity in this. We should not you know uh, get scared, or we should not hold ourselves back. I think for adapting, we have to be open to change. We have to try out new things. For example, like I started out as a trainee teacher. If I had stayed in that one place and not experimented with myself, I would never have realized that I can even do on the spot comparing. Like, I cannot be an MC. I would never have tried it. I would never have known it. I conducted annual functions. I became an MC for sports programs. I have done on the spot comparing for various public shows in schools when they were held. So, unless I experimented, I would never have known. The same way, after more than a decade in the education industry, I tried my hands at administration. If I had not put myself out there to try administration, I would never have learned what goes into running a school or how does a school function. I would have never become the head of a preschool. Like, preschool has always been my forte. I experimented, I learned with children. Every passing batch taught me their needs were different. If I had not adapted, I would have never progressed. Same way, if a person in not the education field would have experimented, they can adapt. For example, in today's AI world, with the artificial intelligence coming in, all types of fields are trying to learn artificial intelligence. That is one way of adapting to change. Uh, am I making sense to the
yes,
question, the
yes,
person,
yes,
the question who
def-
has asked?
definitely,
I hope.
definitely, yes.
Do you want me to, answer more about this?
I think it's apt, ma'am. What you mentioned is the confidence plays an important role. You
Yes,
should have the
confidence, and
confidence. Like, yes,
most importantly, the need or the, uh, you know, I think it. I would say that openness to change is what is most important,
yeah, you
and
should
then we
have a
can.
growth mindset.
Yes,
Yes,
then yes, growth mindset is always important.
yes.
First and foremost, openness to change, and then it's all out there.
Yes, ma'am. So the second question is related to the students. Each child is unique. You have dealt with, in your vast experience, you mentioned that you have dealt with the preschoolers, right? Each child is unique. They have the fear. They have the fear of new environment. The child is stepping into the new world. So how
Yes.
can the teachers help these tiny tots develop adaptability?
Huh. For the tiny tots, the very first thing is, when they come to school, they always will be, scared of the new environment. They will be apprehensive of the new environment, of the new people that they are meeting, the new children that they are meeting. If they are not used to a lot of people around them, then it will be much more difficult. But gradually, and we cannot say that the children will not cry or the children will cry. We should not let them cry. We should let them cry, but slowly, gradually, we should start making them feel comfortable in the classroom with us. And if they're comfortable with us, they will start, getting used to us, and then they will start adapting. They will understand, okay, this is a person I can trust, this is a person who takes care of me, or someone who will understand what I need. So understanding their needs is of utmost importance. If the child feels that, okay, I'm crying but the teacher just does not care, then the child will cry more just to get attention. Same way, there are various stages in settling a child, and once that child settles, then the child will start trusting us. When the child is crying, we take into account how and what makes that child comfortable, or what the child likes. We talk to the parents, we talk to the parents of how the child feels comfortable in a certain situation, or what are their likes, what are their dislikes. So we take care of all that, and slowly, gradually, that child will, trust us. And once the child trusts, then there are different stages of activities that we do to make the child feel comfortable. And once the child is comfortable and starts doing things and enjoys them, then the child's confidence will also rise. And once the confidence rises, I think adapting to different situations comes very quickly.
Hmm. So I guess this question is from the management team. That's what I'm guessing. So
Okay.
what indicators show that someone or an organization is adaptable?
Okay, so when I look at the presentation that I presented today, give me a minute. Do I share that screen
Please
once
do.
again?
Please take your time.
See here, these are the traits of adaptable people,
Mhm. Right.
right? This was something that I had shared. But when we
Right.
talk of people, this stands true. Whereas we talk of organizations, I think when organizations are also open to change, that is where we can say that organization is adaptable. They can experiment with the kind of people they are hiring. For example, in a school, if we are talking of a school, or if we are talking of some other company, let's pick up a school itself. So when we are talking of a school, if the school is not open to change, it may be thinking of hiring a person who has a certain kind of degree, but they are not open to hiring a fresher, then I think they are stuck in their ways. But if they start hiring freshers, then I think they can mold the freshers into the way the school may want to function, or teach them new things. I think more experienced people are a little aversive to change, is what I have seen throughout my career. But once those experienced people start changing, or start, you know, welcoming change, then they become better professionals. Same way, if the school tries to train freshers, we would say that, okay, this school has changed the way of thinking, or the way of looking at teachers, or looking at their employees. That is one way. Other way is that when an organization is valuing its employees or its teachers, I would say that is an adaptable organization. Because, see, in the olden days, or of the type of system that we have had, it was always that, the head uh, organization thinks that, no, what we say is right, but they are not open to change. When they start looking after their own teachers, when they start listening to their teachers, they will certainly find ways to improve the situation of the school or the organization. And these people, or the employees themselves, create ways to make the situations or the circumstances in that company or in that school much more adaptable for everyone to flourish. I think an organization needs to be uh, strong in their values and principles although, but try to experiment and try to appreciate their employees or their teachers. And I think let them be more creative, let them give them some open hand in certain ways, so that they themselves will bring out ways to enhance the uh, output that they are giving, and in turn they will, I think, be better for the whole organization.
Yes, ma'am. So
Pravina?
this is, yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm here. So this is the same question again. It's a similar question. I think you have covered, enough on this, but I would like to just read out this question to you. What role do leaders play in promoting adaptability? I think you have just answered it. Like, if you want to add more value to it, you can.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. I think
So,
as an administrator, as a leader myself, I think that when I myself had gone through the entire process of, being a trainee, then a teacher, and then an administrator. So gradually I had started my journey towards leadership, right? When I became a trainee. If we think of ourselves to reaching a goal, a certain goal, then we learn things along the way. As a leader myself, I realized that when I gave free rein to the creativity of my team, I got better results. So, as a leader, I would say we are supposed to be open to change. We are supposed to be appreciative of our team. And the collective effort of the team is what makes a leader. The leader can not be a leader on his own or her own. The leader is what the team makes it, right?
yes,
I would say that I cannot be a leader unless my team would be good, or I'm a good leader only if my team is good. So when my team does good work, I would say I appreciate, and I would to my management say that my team has done a wonderful job. But I always become a shield between the management and my teachers. So whenever my teachers are wrong in some way or have done a mistake, I would say that I'm sorry, I did not guide them well. It was my fault that we did not achieve this thing. That way, the teachers feel protected and they know that we are there for them. A leader is always supposed to be for their team. They should know that, okay, they have my back. My leader has my back. And that is where we win as leaders. If our team thinks that we are safe, we are appreciated, we are taken care of, and my leader always has my back, then that's a true leader. I think that's where I have won always.
great explanation, ma'am. So
Thank
again,
you.
like all the questions are similar. The last question to end the session is, as a leader, how important is adaptability for you in the workplace?
Oh, good Lord. I would say among the top three skills, adaptability is surely there.
Mhm.
One, we are supposed to be, of course, trained for our own uh, profession. That is there. As a leader, I think when we are trained, we have our experiences, we have a lot of things to go into making us a leader. But unless we are adaptable, because I mentioned it that it's a power skill,
Right,
this cannot be taught. It's personal. It has, it's grown on our own. We grow it. We are the ones who nurture it, and we are the ones who use it for our success. So I say the power skill of adaptability is very, very important. Although I know there are lots of intelligences, there is education, there is everything that goes into a profession. But unless a person is adaptable and is not able to look at adversities, or is, the person may be very emotionally strong but is not open to adapting, then what are we doing? Right? So I think adaptability is a power skill and very much important for all types of leaders out there, all types of parents out there, or teachers out there. I would say every person needs adaptability. Without adaptability, I don't know. I would say we are nothing.
Yes.
It has been my top core skill. I've always been, vouching for adaptability. I always used to tell my team that, please do not close your eyes to change. Accept change, and you will see that you learn more, you will progress more. In my career, I have come across a couple of teachers who have been working in one class for about 25 years, or in one school for about 25 years. When asked why have they never changed the class, or why have they never changed the school, they say, no, we are comfortable like this. This is where I like it. I do not like change. Oh, and after 25 years also, you are teaching the same class. You have never progressed. You have never become a school head. With your kind of experience, you should have taken different classes. You should have learned more, so that more children could have benefited, or probably worked with a couple of different organizations so that more people could have benefited out of it. But no, that person never wanted change. And trust me, I still reconnected with a couple of people who told me that that person is still working in the same school in the same class.
Mhm.
I did not understand it. But I think a leader, or any person for that matter, needs to be adaptable.
Okay.
Here I rest my case.
I understand. So thank you for the talk and for patiently answering all the questions. I know these all the questions were repetitive, but still you gave numerous examples and elaborated each and every question to
Yes.
answer. We
I
also
had kept
can,
my presentation short for the matter that, everyone out there who is listening in or will be viewing this, meeting or session online later on also, they are all educated. They are all very professional people. They don't need teaching.
yes,
They just need some reiteration. They just need some, a small nudge to remind them that yes, they are adaptable. A small, uh, I would say, a small pop which says, oh yes, I'm also adaptable. Why did I not think about this? And probably that will motivate them more, that okay, I have always been adaptable. When they look at all those things that are, the traits of an adaptable person, or what makes a person adaptable, they'll realize, oh yes, I have been doing all this, and I'm an adaptable person. I have that power skill. Probably it will help them. And if I can make a little bit of difference in anyone's life by even a fraction, my job is done.
I'm sure
I'm
you
happy.
have done. You have done. Definitely. That's the reason, like, they have sent you the questions. For so many reasons, they cannot come online and ask the question. So, in that case, as I told you, that a couple of questions were sent by the educators. So, and I'm sure, like, whoever watches this, once we upload it, once we upload your talk on our YouTube channel, so definitely they will gain and they will know the importance of this topic, adaptability. So before I end the session, ma'am, anything else you want to mention?
No, I would like to say thank you to you, Pravina, once again for, connecting with me, for, I don't know, reaching out to me. आपने मुझे ढूंढ लिया. That was
Thank you,
great.
ma'am, for
And
sharing
I
your knowledge
connected to
on our
a great
platform.
platform which, has a lot of variety of informational topics, of videos, of sessions.
Yes.
And whenever I get time, I, browse through all those videos. And it's a good learning experience, and learning should never stop, I would say.
It is
So
an adaptability question.
yes, yes.
Right.
So thank you for connecting me to School Reformer team. And I would like to thank you all once again for inviting me to this session. That's it. And I would say stay connected, Ravina. Thank you.
Great, great, ma'am. We had a great experience. You are most welcome
Yes.
on our platform anytime again. And thank you for the
Here, I
wonderful
would like
session.
to also mention that, whatever was presented on my session has been, Um, I would say my references have been the internet of various kinds of discussions that have gone online, or presentations or learnings or definitions. Everything I picked up from the internet, but it was all that resonated with what I have felt.
Yes.
So I would thank the internet or Wikipedia, which has supported me always.
Well
And
said. Yes.
the Canva, I would like to also say that the Canva app or the Canva fixture that helped me make this presentation with my daughter, I have adapted. I used to make simple PPTs, but I learned to make a PPT on Canva because I had a lot of time to prepare for this session. I
Great.
tried to learn a new thing. I tried to make a presentation on Canva, and I presented it today. So I've adapted one more time for this session. I've learned a new thing.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
ma'am.
much.
I'll end the session now.
Yes. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you.